What's going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. Our Collingwood girls are undefeated, 2 wins in a row to start their season. Let's roll that intro and get straight into it. Straight off the top, if you're new here, welcome to Swoop Luke. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be up to date with videos when they're released. And if you're a returning swooper, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Like I said, our girls are off to a flying start, so let's jump straight into it. So over the weekend on Sunday, the girls found themselves up against the Blues at Icon Park. We haven't beaten the Blues since the AFL's inception back in 2017, so there was a lot on the line, especially after such a great performance in round 1 against the Eagles. It was a super nice, sunny afternoon, barely any breeze, and as soon as that ball was thrown up, it was just go, go, go. We kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, both from free kicks. Well, the first one was from 50-metre penalty, second was from a free kick to Membry. The first half was just really intense by the girls. The second quarter, Darcy and Sheridan, kicking her first goal in the AFLW, were just on fire in that forward line. But it wasn't just the forwards that were firing. You know, there was a lot of talk before the season, you know, where we're going to find all our goals from. Sarah Darcy is becoming a prominent target up forward, and it really showed in that game yesterday. The way we were winning the ball out of the midfield and just running through the midfield was just... It was, like I said it last week in my review, that we were playing not very defensive, but we were all gathering towards the ball, not spreading enough and not running through the middle. But that's all the girls were doing. They were taking the game on, which is amazing to see, and just getting that run. Lots of link handballing, Benici, Lambert, Shani Layton, Chloe, Malloy, Steph Chochi. It was just insane. When the second half started, the third quarter was mainly all Carlton. They were peppering the goals. They didn't score any, which was thankful, but you can tell that they were trying to wrestle the momentum back. We were caught a little bit flat-footed. They had 2 more shots at goal than we did in that third quarter, but we kept them goalless, and that's all we really needed to gain that momentum in that fourth quarter, which saw us run away winners by 15 points. I really liked how our back line was playing. I'll get to Livingston in a sec, but Brazil really well. Alana Porter in her second AFLW game is just... She's going to be a star of the game. Didn't rack up a lot of disposals, but her pressure was second to none, and she's only going to get better. She's only like 19, so she will only get better. So let's talk about Livingston for a second. She was opposed with Taylor Harris for most of the game. Taylor kicked 1 goal, but I'm sure you've heard the interview after the game with Livingston and Georgie Parker.
Given one of the toughest jobs in the game, the matchup against Taylor Harris, you played it perfectly. How do you personally prepare for such a tough matchup?
This is year 4, so I'd like to know that I'd like to think that I know how to play on her already. But you just got to stop her in the air. That's her game. And if you can do that, she's useless.
And that is just going to fuel the fire for the next Collingwood Carlton game, which will most likely be in the finals if we both make it. So just on that interview, there has been a little bit of a debate. Should she have said it? Should she not have said it? But let me just tell you, I absolutely love that. Like I said, it fuels the fire. The next Carlton Collingwood game is going to be heated AF. And it's just, we need more of that. Not so much transparency, but just speaking the mind a little bit. The AFL is fueled by, you know, Collingwood, you hate Carlton. You know, Essendon, you hate Carlton. Or whoever it is, Fremantle and the Eagles, Sydney and the Giants. A little bit of that hatred. It's fueled by that hatred, that rivalry. We just got to get that back. And what Livingston said are fighting words, and I absolutely applaud her for it. Fantastic. Hashtag Team Sheep. I'm not going to go through every single one of the players, but they all played a really good game. They had to against a very good Blues outfit. But Lambert just continues to impress me in the middle. She's probably my favourite player in that Collingwood side. She's not afraid to take the game on when there's not a lot of options in front of her or around her. She'll take the game on. Yes, you know, she got caught a couple of times, but you need to do that to show that, 1, give me an option, or 2, take the game on, you might break the tackle and, you know, get into that forward 50 and create a goal. A couple of things that I didn't like, but as Steve Simmons says, it's all about improvement week to week, and it's been a huge improvement from last week to this week, is that when we take a mark, we're not quick enough to jump back and get an option. Too many times, the girls will take the mark, turn around, slow jog to a position where you can kick it, but in that half a second to a second time, the Carlton players were just manning up really well. Just got to be a little bit quicker off the mark. That way, we get that fast ball that we need. Another thing that not that I didn't like it, there was a lot of opportunity to kick that dangerous ball into the middle, which is pretty much where Lambert was stationed for most of the game. I don't have the vision, or I can't find the vision either. One piece of play where we were on the interchange flank, and we're in the defensive flank, and we could have easily cut across into the midfield to see Lambert there, and she had Paddocks in front of her to run. Instead, we chose to go right over the top to I think it was like a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-1, Carlton's advantage ball. They take the mark and it comes back the other way. I think that will come with time and practice, but that peripheral vision is something that we need to get into our game, and I'm sure it will get there. And it just creates another opening, creates a little bit more space, that switch and goal. So my super votes, 1 vote, Lauren Butler. She was everywhere, racked up the disposals, was a good link-up play. 2 votes, Stacey Livingston, of course, kept Taylor Harris, one of the best players in AFLW, at bay to 1 goal. Amazing effort. 3 votes, has to go, Jamie Lambert. Like I said, she was just everywhere. 6 tackles, a bunch of disposals, and she's just a cog in that Collingwood midfield. So what's next? We're sitting 2-0 along with Fremantle in Conference B. And next Saturday night, we verse Fremantle in Fremantle. It is going to be a huge top-of-the-table clash. Fremantle are just obliterating their opponents. And it is going to be one to watch, 7:10 on Saturday night. Get around the girls, and we are going to start the season 3-0. So, Swoopers, if you've hung around this long, thank you very much for watching. Get around the girls. I've got a couple of videos coming out this week. Scott Pendlebury video, a secret video that I've been working on for a while, and a couple of other things. So turn on that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers, I'll swoop you later. The interview afterneath the game. What? And if you're a return, I can't say that word, return. And if you're a return, jump into that game debrief. Such a great performance in my God, I can't speak today. Which